Tune in at noon every Monday through Thursday to hear exclusive interviews from Chapman athletes with your hosts, Thomas Doyle and Evan Andriello.
Let me show you what I wanna do. Tiny.
Hey Panthers, you know what you should do? Listen to Chapman Radio, only on chapmanradio.live.
Do it, more.
Hi guys, it's Bella. Sorry I'm late. It's a new excuse every week. I still don't have my wallet that I lost like fucking 5 weeks ago. So every week that I've come in here, I have gotten in through like just waiting for the people before me to be done, and then the doors open. Also, my chair's a lot lower today and it feels weird. Let me readjust this. But I usually wait for the people that are before me just to finish so I can like creep in, you know? I also like didn't have a student ID for most of last semester. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like probably the most type B person you will ever meet. It's crazy though, because I do like organizational stuff for my job all the time, but me myself, no. Like Apple Pay warrior. Like I have used Apple Pay probably more than anyone on this fucking planet because I don't have a wallet. But because I don't have my wallet, I had to get PSafe to let me in, and they took their sweet time. Thank you, PSafe, for letting me in, but damn, it was like fucking 12 minutes. But anyway, we're here now, which is so exciting. Hi, everyone. I don't know if anyone's listening since I was late, but if you are, thank you so much. Today, we have a very special guest with us, actually. I'm like gonna have to defer from the microphone a little bit for a sec to show you, but Samba, where the fuck are you? Hold on. There she is. It's like a scary angle. There she is. There's my little Pookie Bear. Pookie Bear has been misbehaving, so she's on a full-time watch by mommy. So that's why she's here today. I also don't have my class after this. My group finished our section, so we're good to go. I emailed my teacher. I'm like, please, can I not come? And I go, also another thing that you should probably know is that I have my dog with me, so I would have to bring her with me to class, which I'm sure no one wants. Honestly, Samba, like, she's doing pretty well in here. She's chilling. I put a muzzle on her to walk her around just because a lot of people like to stick out their hands and, like, touch dogs without asking you if that's okay. And sometimes that scares the dog. So safety first. But yeah, we have Samba here today, which is very exciting. She's so cute. She used to be better with driving. She's gotten a little weird about it now. Like now I have to attach her leash to my car seat so that she doesn't literally crawl onto the gas pedal of my car while I'm driving on the freeway. But I put her in the passenger seat. And I try putting her in the back, but she freaks out. I know it's probably not good to have her in the passenger seat before fucking anyone says that. But she puts like her arm and her head like in my arm while I'm driving, and it's so cute. I love her so much. I honestly don't know if I've talked a lot about my dog on here. I think I've talked about the fact that I have a dog, but maybe since Samba's here, it's a good time to introduce my path into motherhood. So I got Samba not last year, but the year before. I got her when I was a junior in college. I was 20. Yes, I was 20 at the time. And essentially I've like kind of briefly talked about this. I have a lot of stories where I tell like little fractions of them broken throughout the episodes, kind of to not give away the full details of everything, but my junior year of college, I was really, really, really depressed. My sophomore year of college, I had been raped by a frat guy at Chapman in a frat that I was really close with, and I didn't say anything for a really long time because I had dealt with similar stuff before, and I really just didn't want to deal with it again and with all the repercussions of everything, because I knew exactly how cases like that go with women and how women usually aren't believed, and how even if you are believed, there's mounds and mounds of fucking evidence you need to have anything done to the guy. So I didn't say anything for a long time, which is something that I still struggle with because I wish I said something earlier. I just couldn't bring myself to because I was so afraid. But basically, I decided my junior year to finally say something because I saw over the winter break of my junior year, I think it was the winter break of my junior year, I saw that this guy had got elected to the executive board of the fraternity, and I was like, I knew that I couldn't live with myself if this guy got a position of power and had the ability to do to other people what he did to me, especially with the whole like coverage of being like, I'm on the high board here, like I'm reliable, I'm older, because I know exactly how guys like that operate. And it's like putting a shark in a fish tank, you know? So I finally spoke up. I started going through the entire process. It was absolutely grueling and terrible. I was really good friends with the president of the fraternity at the time. Look at Samba walking in the back. And I really thought that things were gonna go my way. Samba, no, come here. And I really thought things were gonna go my way. These were people I trusted a lot. It was somewhere I was very, very close with. And it was people I really trusted, people who were my friends, people who I thought were like some of my closest friends. And I think a lot in college, when tough things happen, you discover who your real friends are and who are party friends. And I think that's something that is like a canon event in college, discovering that party friends do exist. And often you'll think people are your real friends until it comes to something serious. And then you're like, okay, you guys just like hanging out and having a good time. And you don't actually care about what's going on in my life or things that are hard that may not be so easy to deal with, you know? But it was very hard. I went through an entire process. It's honestly hard for me to like talk about still, and a lot of it I have kind of like suppressed in my memory because it was traumatizing. But basically, there was so much stuff that happened, but essentially, the president of the fraternity told me after mounds of evidence I had given, this guy had done things to multiple other people. And they were like, okay, for us to take it seriously, you need to file it with the school. And I had already met with the school, and I already knew that that was something I wasn't super comfortable with. But I realized it was really my only option. And basically, when you go through Title IX, I think there's like 3 different options. There's fully like trying to pursue the case legally. There's settling the case within the school, where basically instead of like going to the police, you write out things saying like, I never want you to talk to me again. I don't want you to be at any of these clubs or anything I'm in. Like, we can't be in any of the same classes, this, that. Like, but the person has to agree to it in order for it to go through. So like 99% of the time, I promise you that shit ain't working, because no one's going to be like, yes, I'm a rapist and I did that and I'm going to agree to this. People are going to fight it, obviously. And then the third option is getting a no contact order, which is like the least invasive option. Also the other thing is too, when you pursue a case against someone can like sue you back. Like, even though I know damn well what this motherfucker did, like, he can be like, you don't have concrete evidence, so I can sue you for defamation of character. So it's really scary. It's a really scary process. I filed a no contact order through the school, and when I did that, that broke my anonymity with the case. The guy definitely knew it was me, I'm assuming, because I had threatened, like, multiple times to Samba. Like, speak out because he told people, like, he was bragging to people saying that we fucked. And I'm like, that's, like, crazy. That's crazy to be, like, a rapist and then brag about it. Like, nice one. It's not funny. It's just I use humor to cope. But, yeah, he was, like, bragging to people saying that we fucked. I'm like, first of all, you are so fucking dumb. like, it blows me away. Like, I have seen this so much with sexual assault cases where, like, I mean, anyone can do it. I've seen it mostly with guys, which I feel like is fair to say, and most cases are like that. But where they will literally do something and then brag about it. Like, I had something else like that happen to me where I'm like, you are so fucking dumb. Like, you're so dumb. Like, I was literally incapacitated, and you're bragging about, like, all this shit that you were able to do because I was literally incapacitated. Like, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, get help. That's it. That's all I have to say. I fucking can't. But basically, while all this was going on, I was so fucking depressed. I'm pretty sure for the first 6 weeks of that second semester of my junior year, I'm pretty sure I deadass was not, like, enrolled in classes. I have this tendency a lot to enroll in classes late. Like, people are always freaked out about registration. I'm like, girl, I've never been worried about that ever. But I have a tendency to join classes really late, and, like, kind of I was explaining to teachers what was going on so they understood. Thank God, because, I mean, it may not make sense to a lot of people, but if you've struggled with depression, anxiety, like suicidal thoughts or actions, anything like that, you know that, like, sometimes the very simple things are the hardest to do. Where it's like, oh, it would be a lot easier if you just went to class, maybe distract yourself. But it's like, no, I'm scared to go to class because I'm scared I'm going to be on campus, and I'm scared I'm going to see this guy, you know? So I was just so anxious all the time. I got really skinny because I wasn't eating, and then when I was eating, I was, like, binge eating, and I was, Samba, come here. And I was, like, binge eating, like, fucking stuff from, like, GoPuff, like, shitty-ass food, you know? And I just knew I needed a change in my life. I didn't really see, like, I wasn't really seeing, like, a future. I'm getting, like, a little choked up. But it was really horrible, and it also wasn't the first time I had gone through that. And I just kind of, I stopped seeing, a purpose in my life. I wasn't, like, I think it's hard a lot of the time to say, like, because when I was in high school, I was suicidal, and I did hurt myself, and I had, like, attempts and stuff. But, like, ever since then, I always told myself, like, I'm never going to do stuff like that again. I'm never going to hurt myself because it's not worth it, and it's selfish, and it's scary for other people. And I was at, like, a point where I would never hurt myself, but I just didn't really want to live anymore. Like, every day I woke up, it was painful. I had to, like, pry myself out of my bed. I didn't want to do basic things. It was hard for me to even eat, shower, like, go to bed, sleep. It just felt like I was in a constant cycle of, like, surviving. Like, I wasn't living. I was just trying to survive myself. So I decided to get a dog, which was honestly the best decision I ever made in my life. I, like, you know, people, like, I know it's so fucking cheesy to say, but, like, people say, like, oh, like, you saved the dog's life. But it's like, no, the dog did, like, really save me. I know that's, like, fucking cornball. Sorry, I heard her. Samba, get your ass over here. Get your ass over here. Oh, yeah, who's a good girl? Yeah. But, I adopted Samba from the animal shelter that I am a volunteer photographer at, that I've been there for, like, 2 years. And I got Samba before I actually started volunteering there, and that's how I found out about the place, and that's how I started volunteering. But I basically had been looking for a dog for a while. I had been telling everyone in my family and all my friends that I was going to get a dog, and everyone thought I was kind of bullshitting and bluffing, because obviously that is a very, very big commitment to make, you know? And everyone could see what was going on with me, but no one knew how I felt. I also didn't tell my mom about what was going on for a really long time because I didn't want to stress her out, and that was also a big secret to hold and a lot of pressure. I ended up looking at a bunch of different places for dogs. I originally was going to foster one, but I knew damn well that I was probably going to be a foster fail. And the first organization I talked to, it may have been the LaBelle Foundation, or it's like Big Love Animal Foundation, something like that. I was talking to them, and they, first of all, the puppies they were showing me, like, I know Samba's big. Samba's like 50 something pounds, but like the dogs they were showing me, I'm like, bitch, this is about to be like a horse. like this is about to be a fucking horse. It was like Mastiff, like boxer mixes. And I was like, I'd be down. My mom may like murder me. But then I told them, I'm like, what's your policy with like foster fails? And they were like, you cannot adopt the first dog that you foster. So I was like, fuck. Because as much as fostering is amazing, and I think fostering is something everyone should do, knowing myself and the way I get attached to things, I just knew that it was something I would not be able to do. I knew that it would wreck me, especially with how emotionally fragile I was at the time. I knew that if, well, I was going through this deep, dark, horrible thing in my life, if I, like, had this baby dog that I loved, and it was, like, my child, and if I had to give it to someone else after, and I literally could not keep it, I think that would, like, kill me. Like, genuinely. Samba, come here. Come here. Oh, hi, Pookie. Hi. You guys want another Samba shot now that she's closer? Hey, look at her. Hey, Samba. Look at you. You're so cute. Hi. 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 For our audio listeners out there, that was just a video of my dog. She's very cute. She's adorable. It's also really fucking hard to use the 360 camera because it's not, it's like, what's it called? Like mirrored? Or it's not mirrored, it's inverted. I don't know. It's like whatever way you think it's fucking going, it's going the other way. So anyway, but I had been looking at a lot of different adoption websites. Obviously, there's like thousands of dogs on like Pet Finder and stuff like that, LA County. I knew I wanted to adopt a dog. Samba, don't whine. Come here. Come to mama. Come to mama. I knew I wanted to adopt a dog. Our other dog, Willie, is also adopted. And it's just something I'm really passionate about, animal rescue. I'm not sure if I'll ever get into a full in-depth episode about that because it's just kind of something I like and something that's like personal to me that I don't really feel the need to like flex on, you know, because sometimes when you hear about people doing like charity work, like I'm like, wow, that's great you're doing that, but like you sound like you're literally like doing it to get validation, and I never want things to seem that way. So I post a lot on Instagram of the dogs because that's how they get adopted, and that's kind of what I do. It's just my little secret savior thing I like doing. But I had started going on, like, Facebook. I'm looking, like, everywhere for a dog because it's like, you know, you have them for, like, it's like having a fucking kid. You have them for, like, well, it's different than having a kid. Your kid, like, doesn't just live to be 15. But anyway, like, you have them for a long time. It's, like a long-ass time, like, over a fucking decade. So I wanted to make sure I made the right choice. I went on Facebook. I found this dog that I really liked the way it looked. It was definitely, like, a husky cattle dog mix. I went to the shelter, the Baldwin Park Animal Care Center. Definitely hit us up if you're ever trying to get any sort of pet. We have had pigs, goats, giant tortoises, horses, chickens, roosters. We have fucking everything. If you need a pet, any kind of pet, we probably have it. And we have too many of them. So please come and adopt a dog or anything or a cat or fucking whatever you want from us because we are at maximum capacity and it's very stressful what we do. But I went to the Baldwin Park Animal Care Center. The dog that I was interested in had been adopted, so I looked at dogs for the rest of the day. And when I saw Samba for the first time, I just knew that she was the dog for me. And it's because she was standing up in her cage. That is what indicated to me, like, this is my girl. She was dead ass standing up in her cage. It was so cute. She had her little paws, like, on the bars, and it's so sad, like, always seeing the dogs in the cages, but, like, she looked so fucking cute. And I found out she could walk around on 2 legs. Not for, like, a very long amount of time, but, like, she can still do that, which is crazy. It also, like, no cap, the first night I had her, I've never had my, like, own big dog. I've been around a lot of big dogs, but my family's always been, like, a tinier dog type of family. Originally, we were, like, a small hypoallergenic dog family, and my mom's like, we're never getting a big dog. We're never getting a dog that sheds, and now we have a Siberian Husky, which is, like, the exact opposite of that. It's, like, the craziest, like, most shedding, like, strongest, like, most athletic fucking dog breed. But I love Samba. She's my child. She's not perfect, but in my eyes, she is. And I love her very much, and she means so much to me because she really did save my life. She made me, I'm, like, trying not to get emotional because it feels so cheesy, but, like, she made me, like, see a purpose in living again, you know? Which is something, like, I could not get by myself. So I'm so glad that I have her because, I mean, it's just, like, every day I was so depressed. And, like, then I had the dog, and it's like, okay, you need to get up because you need to feed the dog. Okay, you need to get up because the dog just shit all over your room, and you need to clean it up. You need to get up because you need to take the dog on a walk. You need to take the dog to the vet. It gave me a purpose besides myself, which is something that I think is really great to have, especially at this age. I know it's not for everyone, but I also never had siblings or anything, so there was never anyone that I was taking care of. So having a dog almost feels like that to me, like a little bit of, like, parenthood, motherhood, like almost like having a sibling that's insane and can sprint at 45 miles per hour. But yeah, that's how I got Samba. I spent like 7 hours at the shelter. I knew she was the one for me. I adopted her, and it's been us two ever since. The first day I had her, though, I almost did fucking lose her. A lot of the time, there's, like, the 3-3-3 rule with dogs. It's, like, 3 days to, like, not feel crazy weird. That's definitely not the term. It's, like, 3 days to not be, like, super scared or something, and then, like, 3 weeks to feel like they trust you, and then, like, 3 months to feel like your home is their home or some shit. But, so the first day I had Samba, like, an Amazon package or something came. So I, like, cracked the front door open, as you do to get something very normally. Cracked the door open, dog went out the door like a bolt, literally squeezed through the crack, fucking sprinted out of our house. And we lived in, like, the back house. She sprinted down the driveway. She sprinted fucking down the street. I was also tweaking out because one of our neighbors, I think I mentioned this last episode, one of me and Josie's old neighbors was, like, this old dude, and he had, like, this little applehead chihuahua that would just walk around. And, like, there was multiple times where I found it at my doorstep. Like, literally, like, there was one time where I freaked out because our security cameras, like, went off at, like, 6 a.m. I went to go check. It's the fucking dog, like, just waddling around. And, like, we lived close to the guy, but, like, that's a pretty far distance for the dog to walk. Like, to go in through multiple lots and stuff, like, I don't know. So I was, like, tweaking out because I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, I don't really know if this dog gets along with other dogs yet. Like, what if this little fucking chihuahua's out there? Second of all, it's the road. So, like, cars, you know, like, oh my God, what if the dog gets hit by a car? What if I also get hit by a car chasing the dog? We both get hit by a car. Like, I also just, like, wasn't ready for it. I was not ready for it at all. I was wearing, like, men's XXL sweatpants that, like, I'm pretty sure they didn't have a drawstring in them, so I had to literally, like, fold them over 3 times so they'd stay up. So I had to take off sprinting barefoot, like, just got out of bed in these men's XXL pants, sprinting down my fucking street like the Tasmanian devil, trying to catch her ass. Literally, like, sprinting in zigzags, going all over. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs for help because I'm like, oh my God, the dog's gonna run away. The dog's gonna get hit by a car. Like, I just adopted this dog. Like, oh my God, I'm so irresponsible. Even though, like, I literally just cracked the door a little bit to get a package. It's just, the dog's quicker than I was. And I ended up literally, like, the street we lived on, you know when it's, like, people's lawns and then it's a sidewalk and then there's, like, a little piece of, like, grass before where the road is, like, on public streets? I ended up fully body tackling the dog. Full on, like, sprinting, dive roll, tackling the dog. Got her. I'm like, bet, let's go. She's really strong. She's really wiggly. She wiggles out, escapes again, starts sprinting. I start taking off again. Also, because I'm, like, screaming at the top of my lungs, like, my neighbors have come out of their houses at this point. And they're like, what's going on? Like, is someone getting killed? And one of my other neighbors had come out of the house. Luckily, no one was, like, mad at me, because I feel like usually when shit like that happens, they're like, shut the fuck up or we're gonna call the cops. But instead, like, people were like, oh my God, like, you need help. You need help. Like, you cannot deal with this by yourself. And one of my, like, middle-aged male neighbors ended up also body tackling the dog, and we got her, and I was like, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And so that was the first day I had the dog. The first night I had the dog before that, actually, I had called up my friend Adam, who I love so much. I haven't seen him in a while. I need to see you, Adam. I love you and I miss you. But I had called my friend Adam over because I'm like, Adam, like, I want you to meet my dog that I just adopted, you know, because that's, like, very exciting. It's a very big milestone. No one thought I'd actually do it. I remember when Adam came over, he was like, damn, like, I can't believe you actually did it. And I was like, yeah. And so the dog, as I said, was standing up in the cage, and that's the reason I chose her. So it turns out she likes to do that on pretty much anyone, any surface, any countertop, anything she can fucking put her paws on. She likes just to be stood up and elevated. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how it doesn't, like, hurt her back or, like, her fucking tail. I'm not sure how she does it, but she likes doing it. And so me and Adam, we smoked, as we do. And we smoked, like, a lot. And I'm pretty sure, actually, like, he had brought over, like, a wax bong or something, which I wasn't used to. Or we were ripping my bong. Either way, I was pretty fucking stoned. Adam was pretty fucking stoned. And the dog started walking around on two legs. And he was like, bro, I think you adopted a skinwalker. And, like, I was literally tweaking out for, like, the rest of the night. I was like, oh, my God. Like, I was like, is something wrong with you? Like, where's the zipper? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, she knows how to walk around, and it's quite interesting. She is really, like, she's a little devil, but I love her very much. She's my whole heart and soul. And I wish I could bring her everywhere. She needs to be trained. But in order to get her trained, I'm pretty sure I'd literally need to, like, sell my left kidney. That shit is so expensive. That shit is literally so expensive. Like, it's like I might as well just give my entire yearly salary to Canine Boot Camp. But I don't know. She's doing pretty good right now. She's pretty chill. But she's everything to me. And if you're someone out there listening and you've been considering adopting a dog, I highly recommend it if you're in a place where you are able to properly take care of that pet, of course. And I honestly, like, I really couldn't recommend it more. Like, it genuinely is, like, the best thing I think that I ever did. It really gave me, it made me feel whole, and it gave me a sense of adultship that I didn't have before. And it also shifted my lifestyle choices a lot. Like, no cap, I was kind of an alcoholic when I was, like, 19. And when also I was going through all this Title IX stuff, I wasn't doing great. And I was coping in ways that were not fantastic. I just kept slapping Band-Aids on the pain instead of actually dealing with it. And usually when people slap Band-Aids on the pain, they use drugs or alcohol. And after getting the dog, it's like I didn't even really I did mean to have a lifestyle change because I was, like, so fucking horribly depressed. But I just noticed myself start to get better and better over time just from the whole responsibility aspect and the aspect of having to care for something besides myself. And being like, no, I need to go home. I need to feed the dog. I need to walk the dog. It gives you a sense of structure, you know? My friend Adam that I was actually just talking about, he told me one time when he came to my house, we were with the dog, and he's like, this is truly, like, the best thing you ever did for yourself. And, like, hearing that from, like, someone else who knows you really well was just, like, really sweet to see, like, this is something that means so much to me. Samba means so much to me, and it means even more that someone I care about so much understands how much this dog means to me and can see the change in me since adopting her. And I think that's really great. I've had a pretty stressful week, just kind of emotionally. I got jump scared a little bit on Monday. I woke up to a text I didn't expect, and I haven't responded yet because I don't really know what to say, and it's someone I care about very much. But yeah, I felt a little emotionally strained this week. I am excited though, because tomorrow I'm going to a Sabrina Carpenter event, so hopefully that will make things better. But I mean, I don't have, like, honestly, this week's been like a little bit actually, that's not true. I went to a Tate McRae concert. I didn't mention that fucking at all. I went to a Tate McRae concert. Shout out Tate. That shit was lit. But I don't know. I do have to get out of the radio station soon. The people who go after me usually come in like hella early, but they have not been coming in. They didn't even come in at all last time. So I'm always like, can I talk longer? But then I get scared I'm going to have to like, oh. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but Samba made a little noise. She went, I don't know if they're coming in or not. I really don't. But with that being said, I am going to tap out because it is 1:52 and I'm going to try to make it back to LA before traffic gets too bad, and I need to check my email confirming that I don't need to go to class. But I love you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in. I can't believe that my time here is almost done. Like, I'm going to be honest, I really dread driving to Chapman all the time, but I do love doing this radio show so much. It has been so good for my mental health and for me just as a human being able to share my life and my experiences. And I want to find a way to do this when I'm done with Chapman too. Also, on a separate note, Chapman Radio, I submitted so much for the IBS awards and I didn't hear anything back, and my insights on my post views were crazy, so I'm a little confused. Also, yes, the IBS awards, you heard that correctly. It's like the Intercollegiate Broadcast System or something. You guys should have chosen a different name. It sounds like diarrhea. Anyway, all right. On that note, I'll let you guys go. All right, have a great rest of your week, guys. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Also, next week, my class is canceled, but I still have to drive down here for the radio show. That's what's been happening almost every week, that I don't have class Thursday, but I still have this, and I still drive down because I love you guys. That's why, and also so I don't fail. But anyway, time for me and Samba to go. Do you guys want to say bye to Samba really quick? I'll turn on radio DJ while I show her.
You're always on my mind. Now that